With summer right around the corner, you might be thinking to yourself, man, I have got to get in shape. And here to help us do that are our friends at the Form Lab, co-founder Sarah and coach Sage. Thanks so much for joining us. And what they're going to be helping us with is not so much getting ready for the summer months, but really staying healthy and fit all year round. So why is it so easy to fall out of a workout routine and not stay consistent?
There's actually a number of reasons for that. We are all guilty of it at some point in our lives. I mean, life is busy, life happens. But I think as we move through life and we get older, Sage and I are in our mid to late 40s, we've been there. A couple of things happen. I think a big one for people is, especially if you were active when you were younger, you're like, I'm gonna get back out there, revisit my glory days, I'm gonna go hard. And they overtrain, get injured, and then have to take a break. And then that cycle continues and continues. And then as we age, it's just really detrimental to your fitness. And that's discouraging, So that's a big one. Another one is that you maybe don't have the ability to put it in your schedule and keep it there. I mean, we both have a number of children at home. Life gets in the way, right? And you don't put it in the schedule and prioritize it. So I would say, don't do that. Prioritize yourself, put it on the schedule like anything else, like a doctor's appointment. Another thing would be an intimidation factor. Yeah, I don't like the vibe there. I don't know what to wear. I don't want to look silly. So it's about finding a place where you feel comfortable. I mean, I could go on and on. There's lots of ways that we can fall out of shape. So we've got to kind of find some strategies to combat those things.
Yeah, and it does sound like consistency plays a pretty big role in all of this.
Yes, consistency is huge on just to keep moving. A lot of times people get frustrated by doing the same things, so we encourage people to switch it up, do strength training, do running, or if you don't like to run, please don't run. You don't have to run. It's not the only thing. You can power walk, you can go for a hike, but consistently moving your body and listening to your body. Some days your body is not up for what your head has planned. Okay, so it's listening to your body, and they might say, you know what, I'm not up for that today. I'm gonna go for a walk the dog. But just doing it over and over so it becomes a habit.
Love it, love it. So for people who are looking to kind of get back into shape, whether it's for the summer or, as we said, we want it to be year round, what are some stretches that we can do to prepare our body before we start working out?
So some great ones that I'm going to show you is warming up your spine. So before you want to do a workout, if it's a heavier workout, a little bit more of a dynamic movement, but any kind of movement, you want to wake your body up. Kind of, I think of it as a warning to your body of what's to come. One of the best ones I love is kind of warming up the spine. It's the cat-cow. Okay. So if you would like to do it with me. All right, we're going to come down on all fours. So your hands need to be right underneath your shoulders and your knees are right underneath your hips. So what I want you to do is, as we push our spine, belly button up to the ceiling, you're going to push your hands into the floor, and that's the exhale, spreading your shoulder blades apart as much as you can. Then when we switch it, we're going to push our shoulder blades together, bring the head and tail up, and take that breath in. And each time you're just trying to get a little bit more flexion and extension. And I always have, my clients are always asking me how many they should do. So the best thing that I can say about that is it depends on the day and how you're feeling. Some days you're more tight than others. So if that's a day that you're tighter than another, take some extra time, listen to your body. It will tell you when you're good and warmed up on that one.
What about some easy workouts that we can do at home, whether it's inside or outside?
So the best ones you can do, in my opinion, are lunges.
Okay.
And you can do it, because we use that motion going upstairs, we use it walking, but any kind of lunges that you can do. I mean, if you are stuck in the house with your kids, get your kids involved to do lunges. I mean, they love that stuff. Yeah. So any lunges that you can do, dropping the back knee, coming up, you can even progress it. You can add weights. You can take weights off. You can do shallow lunges if you have bad knees. Just reduce the range of motion. Don't go as far as you normally do.
How do we hold ourselves accountable, and then how do we know when it's time to rest?
Great question. So accountability can come in a variety of forms. Some people are held accountable by paying for a gym membership. I mean, that's not the only one. We need to be held accountable in other ways than financial, right? I'm held accountable personally by finding a group of people who are like-minded and love working out and mixing it up. So I pair up with various people, and I know that if I don't want to wake up at 5 a.m., I know my buddy George is going to be there, and he's going to give me hell if I don't show up.
Right.
Okay. Accountability can also be, setting a goal for yourself that maybe is pushing you a little bit. Like this year I want to run a 5K. Okay, so I am going to make sure that I sign up for that race, that I join a team, or I get a buddy to do it with me. I think the social dynamic is a big one. I think a lot of us learned that in COVID, that a big part of why we work out is to connect with other people. Use that. Use your friends and family, or even connect with new people. Find the people that will hold you accountable, but also put it on the schedule. Put it on the schedule.
And as far as the rest goes, we're big here about, as I said before, listening to your body.
Right.
It's okay to take a day off. Like people that are going 7 days in a row and they're like, I don't know why I'm so tired. Your body's trying to tell you they need that rest. And it can be, if you're going hard, like running, or whatever you choose to do, the rest day does not have to be sitting on the couch. It can be going out for a nice walk with your dog, even playing with your kids or throwing the ball with the dog. Anything like that is rest, but it's not as hard as it was. And then you're going to find that you recover and you're able to lift more weight eventually and move in the right direction away from getting hurt, which is what we all want.
Absolutely.
And
Sarah?
coming back to your original question, how do we stay in shape all year long for the long term? It's making sure we have that recovery and rest, because that's part of why people burn out, get injured, and they don't see results, because they're not building in one of the most important parts of training, which is rest.
Awesome. All right, Sarah, Sage, thank you both so much. And if you want to learn more about this, just head to the 207 section of our website. Stay with us. We'll be right back.